Hey guys, back again. Um, Went into town and picked myself up some new tools. Nothing fancy, just some cheap stuff from Tool Town. Excuse me. A couple things from Canadian Tire. Hacksaw. It's a strange reversible type. You can undo it here and here, and this bar flips down, so it's actually concave like that, fitting into some tighter spaces. Nice big file, nice big flat file, something that I didn't have that I really needed. It's got the single cut pattern on the front. I don't know if that's focusing or not, sorry. Single cut pattern on the front, double cut on the back. Tweezer set. This was, I think like $3 or something, which I actually found the exact same set at the dollar store later. I was kicking myself. Anywho, I've seen these two here, I think, these two styles used for pinning. So I'm going to take those two out and put a little groove in the tip so I can grab pins easier. These are the ones that are actually always closed. You squeeze them to open them. So hopefully those will work nicely. Little pair of pliers, 6.5 inch long nose pliers, needle nose pliers. And these were $2.99, believe it or not. And I just went through a few of them and looked until I found one that closed real good at the tip. It was nice and flush cut at the tip, and everything was, in line. Happy with those. New set of needle files. I think this is what I'm most excited about, actually. My old ones over here, is making some security pins, and had these for a couple years, using them on other stuff, and they're just worn right out. So I got myself a new set, and I'm excited to see how well these do. Uh, just really quick, actually, about making security pins. I don't have the luxury of a pinning kit, so I don't have a lot of spare pins. Everything I have is right there. Um, I've got quite a few there. I've got a good little selection, but that's actually why I got the knobs, the door knobs from the Restore. I didn't get them so much for practicing as I did just for the extra pins. So one of the materials I found that's worked really, really well, and I have it on hand anyways, is the spent Dremel bits. So when you're done with one of those little grinding stones, whatever shape or size you got, when one of them's spent, and you just sort of hit it on a piece of metal so you get everything off. It's got that little hex grooves in there to help the glue stick, doesn't matter. Throw it back in the Dremel, take your nice big file, hit it nice and even a few times until it's down. Doesn't take much to get it down to the size till it fits in your keyway. And I don't know if you're using different styles of locks, and they might have bigger holes. Just check to see if it fits already or not. And if it does, well, you're good to go. You just start shaping them. And anyways, mine didn't fit, so I just had to file them down a bit. But it really didn't take much. A couple seconds on the Dremel with the file, and they fit in there perfectly. And then you got a whole big stick to start making your pins out of. You probably get at least, sorry, I know that won't focus because this thing sucks. You probably get at least 5 or 6 good pins out of there. You could also use some smaller nails. Make sure they're good steel though. Or I was even thinking of trying a coat hanger, maybe. Anywho, moving along, got a carbide tipped scriber for making marks in metal, obviously, as you guys know. Nice little tip there. Kind of looks like a ballpoint pen tip, sort of, but sharper. Working with, say this was scrap piece of metal that I wanted to make a pick out of, and sometimes I like to put my shape on there before I just start grinding away, and that's what I can use this for. Well, it's also got a magnet on the back, sort of dual purpose, and says it can pick up to 1.5 pounds, which I kind of don't believe, but I guess I'll find out. Anywho, next thing, last but not least, pipe cleaners. Pipe cleaners are for cleaning out the pinholes, pin and spring holes in here. I haven't ever taken one of these sort of retaining plates off pieces. I've never slid one of those out. I gave a half-assed try on one of them, and it was really hard to get out of there, and I started to bend it up a bit and just didn't want to mess it up, because if I bend up the one that I'm taking out, I don't have another one to put in. So I got the pipe cleaners to, you bend yourself a little angle and you get in there and clean those out if they're gummed up. Plus, you can use it for the plug, and running straight through the keyway I found works really well for cleaning that out too. Also, my other hobby, I'm not just a locksmith picker. I'm into knitting. Got into knitting with the girlfriend and made a couple really, really beautiful scarves. I got these for, they're a 1/2 inch or 12.5 millimeters diameter. And as you guys know, if you've watched my other videos, I do not have a proper plug follower. And I had just happened to have a lock with me at the time when I was in the dollar store. And look at that. Fits like a glove. Little bit of movement in there, but a lot better than what I've already got. So, could make quite a few out of that. Some good trial and error to find out what size and how long I like it. What shape, if I want to put any sort of groove in the end. So those would be really great for that. They're just aluminum, anodized aluminum knitting needles. These are $1. These came from the dollar store, Canadian Tire Tooltown. Anywho, last but not least, in one of my videos, I think I showed you guys this clamp that I had right here. And I said I was going to try and make some sort of base for it to use for a vise for putting my locks in and picking, because my hand's getting pretty dang sore. I see a lot of you guys have really, really nice vices for, small mini vices for putting your locks in, and the only vise I got's a giant bench vise that's out in the garage, bolted to the bench. So, took this guy, welded it to this guy, nice 5-pound weight, odd chunk of steel I found in the railroad tracks, welded him, just tacked him on there. I don't need anything serious, it's not going anywhere. Tacked this on here on the back, welded a new washer on. Don't want to show you my welds because they're embarrassingly horrible. Welded a washer on there, so I've got a bigger plate for holding the locks in. Should work really well. Pretty happy with that. Anywho, guys, wanted to show you my new goodies, and end this video and tear these open and get working on some stuff. Alrighty. Always keep it legal and have fun. See you next time.